Cowboys Collective. I just have to jump on today because I'm mad. Like, mad. It's bad enough being in Canada that I have to wait till Thursday to be able to watch Hard Knocks because we don't have HBO Max in Canada, and DAZN, who operates NFL Game Pass, won't upload the episode till Thursday. I gotta wait for that. But not only that, Bleacher Report comes out with an article listing the Cowboys as one of 7 teams likely to disappoint in 2021. So I'm just going to jump into this article real quick. So basically, Cowboys were projected, on the article they list an expected wins of 9. But yet then they go to say the projected record for the Cowboys will be 8-9. Seems to be following that, that stupid 8-8 philosophy, and that, that narrative where everyone says Cowboys always go 8-8, yet because the 17-game season they just added another game to the loss column. But yeah, they kind of go in and talk about 2020 a little bit, and they talk about giving up rushing yards and how they're expecting too much from a defense that we're going to be relying heavily on rookies. And they talk about a free agent acquisition. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the article because this is a bit interesting to me. They say the safety position received the biggest injection of talent with the signings of Keanu Neal and Malik Hooker. So they don't even mention DeMonte Casey, and yet they refer to Keanu Neal as a safety. We all know he was brought in to play linebacker. He's listed as a linebacker. So I can't even take this serious at this point. But let's get into it. It gets even better. But the team parted ways with quality defensive backs in Chidobe Awuzie, Jordan Lewis, who's still on our roster. Like, he's at camp with us, so he didn't depart anything. Alright, sorry, I'll just... Alright, so the team parted ways with quality defensive backs in Chidobe Awuzie, Jordan Lewis, Xavier Woods, offsetting the impact of those pickups. So you're trying to tell me losing Chidobe Awuzie and Xavier Woods offsets the impacts of bringing in guys like DeMonte Casey, Malik Hooker. Our safety group is so much stronger than it was last year. I don't think it offsets. I think we're in a better position in 2021 with our safety group. I think something they failed to mention too is what can we expect from the roster, from guys that were currently on there. We were decimated by injuries last year, yet they just think that we're not going to improve much. I get it. Our run defense was horrible last year, but we addressed that with guys in free agency. We haven't seen too much from him in terms of preseason, but Brent Urban was the 3rd highest graded player against the run by Pro Football Focus. We brought in some depth along the line with guys like Carlos Watkins, Terrell Basham, and we got to consider that Neville Gallimore, a guy who came in last year and was slated to sit behind guys like Dontari Poe and Gerald McCoy, who obviously got injured, never played a snap for the Cowboys. But Neville Gallimore has taken another jump in his development this offseason, so I don't think we're as bad as Bleacher Report is making us out to be. They're saying that for us to reach double-digit wins is unheard of where we finished, but that's largely in part to injuries. If we had a healthy offense last year, no doubt we're a playoff team. And we got to consider the guys that we had, like Zeke. He's lean, fast, looking explosive. He's going to come back huge this season. Amari Cooper's dropped 10 pounds. I think he was playing at 225 previously. He's dropped down to 215. He's taken his time with his ankle. I think he's going to be a problem for DBs this year. And now we're seeing, him and Dak back on the field in training camp together. I think they're underestimating this Cowboys roster. I know I don't want to get into that thing where, 2008, we were all saying we're slated to win a, Super Bowl, seeing that team all Hard Knocks, and obviously they disappointed. But I just think the way this roster is constructed right now, the way we've got, new support through our coaches, the way they brought in Dan Quinn to rehaul this defense, it seems like he's not going with that traditional, mindset of I have this set depth chart and, I'm going with these guys, and it's just next man up. It seems like he's actually crafting out different roles for these different players to have impact at different parts of the game. They talk about Jordan Lewis, who allegedly departed this offseason. Well, Jordan Lewis he may depart because he potentially might not make it to this roster out of training camp, because Maurice Kennedy has been huge. We've seen it in the last few years where it's been Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown for that nickel spot. Well, it might be Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown for just a spot on this roster this season. So I think, I feel like Bleacher Report's just, trying to hate on us. I think they're just doing it as a way, because that same mentality is, if you say something negative, the Cowboys fans are going to flock to it like I'm doing right now. So maybe I'm doing a disservice by making this video, but I just have to jump in here, and I just thought it was ludicrous. They even talk about the weight of Dak Prescott's contract, but if you look at the cap hit, I think it's only around 23 million or something. Let me pull it up. 22.2 million cap hit. That's nothing. Obviously jumps to 33 next year, but to say that Dak Prescott's contract is a problem for this year is just ludicrous. So, man, I'm gonna put this dude on blast. Who wrote this article? Alex K. And it's a trash article. Don't agree with it at all, but you know what? Jury's out on it. Season hasn't started yet. They're already writing this off, so we'll see what happens. I'm optimistic about this season. I think we've made enough moves in the offseason that, I think we can compete. Our defense won't be nearly as bad as it was last year, and I think that having that group much improved will be a big difference. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm confident that we can get to double-digit wins. I think we're having a winning season for sure. I'm confident in that. I think the biggest thing, it just comes down to health of our players. We know that, but I'm confident in the roster that we have. But that wraps it up for today. Obviously, I'll touch base with you guys after Thursday when I can finally watch Hard Knocks. I've seen all the reactions on Twitter, and I feel left out. I'm feeling the FOMO right now. But I appreciate you guys as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And Cowboys Collective out.